Good morning, good morning. Mr. said this, calling all my Jamaicans and foreigner. Listen to me. It's not easier foreign. Member needs tell you this, yeah? It's not easy. You see, if you're not Jamaica with the beautiful sunshine and river and natural fruits and all these things, you know, stay there and try and make something on yourself. Yes, come here and visit. Me not stop nobody from come out foreign, but listen to me, it's not this cold place. You see, if you not work, dog me and me a supper. Nobody not there to help you. Listen to me.
Greetings, everyone. Hope this message finds you well. Calling all my Jamaicans and foreign friends, listen to me. Life abroad is not easy. You see Jamaica with its beautiful sunshine, rivers, fresh fruits, and nature. It's paradise. But come abroad, and it's a whole different story. Cold weather, bills, taxes, responsibilities. Nobody just helps you. If you're not working hard, nobody is going to hand anything to you. Today we are diving deep into what life is really like for Jamaicans living in the UK. The struggles, the challenges, and the realities that most people back home don't see. Before we start, remember to hit that thumbs up. And full credit goes to the people sharing their stories in this video.
And even with job, when we have a job, you see when you work, you go straight back on bills. You understand me? So you see when you no call and we can't send a little thing, it's not that we don't want to send it. We have bills to pay. Them bills from council tax to rental, light to gas to what. Me say we can't stop with the bills them. And on top of them tax up and tax on the paycheck. Listen to me. We hardly have anything to squeeze. You see them when they want to see a party up and party up. Don't get me wrong, them is a party if you probably just release the stress after them pay them bills and everything. Trust me. Because the money is not there. And where's the cost of living coming, yo? It's not easy. Even with education, you get a job. It's not easy, and it's not that easy if you get a job either. Because you go see interview upon interview. If the people them not like you, you not get the work. You not get the work. Member needs to tell you that. You hear that? So if you're in the Caribbean, which part of the day with nice sunshine, whatever, yes, it might be a little boat house, whatever, but me miss me little boat house. When me can go a river, get up and cook some food out the door. Yes, sir. You not have no food, you not eat. No money for buy food, you can't eat. You can't go trust nothing at the people them shop. The foreign land not easy. Member needs telling her this. You hear that? Trust me. Me always dream for just work and go back because obviously my mother sent for me. You understand what me I say? Because she seek a better life. Education, me do my flight attendant, everything. But me get sick. You understand me? After that I be a back in. Yo, remember me tell you. Luckily me have my girl with brain. You understand what I say? Trust me, that place is not easy. You know, this cold land, foreign land is not easy, my people. Remember me telling you that. Me see my father back home and me tell him, me just make sure him okay. You understand me? Even though me can't eat sometime, me make sure him okay. Cause me say me nah make him come and so come struggle like me. You must say mad. My father can't come struggle. But my son, me make sure him have everything him have. Want him have everything me have. We scrape, we left back, we just scrape for myself. But anybody can relate to this, so the foreign and not easy. Anybody can say it easy, whatever. To Uno, good luck to Uno. Glad for Uno. But for me, and most people, it's not easy. So. You hear that? For the last video I make about life not easy in the UK. They all were asked why me not go back. The reason why the kids not go back is because I can't find nobody to trust. I have big trust issue. I start business back home so that I could take me little time build up and go back, and it's the own relative of mine rob out everything. Everything in take when me work hard and save and put little and say one cocoa, full basket, me do that try in my business, them rob it out. Okay, that's why me not go back. When I ask why me not go back, that's the reason. Because Jamaica is beautiful. It's just the trust. And me can't save. As me said before, me can't save. As me work now, the money gone back on bills. Bills. The ones in Jamaica is saying, yeah, UK is better than Jamaica. No, I'm not saying Jamaica is not hard, you know. I'm not saying not hard in Jamaica. But me I say it's not easy in the UK. You can't get no free water for bed. You have thing called council tax. Bills upon bills as you work. The money go back on bills. That's what me I say. Me not saying Jamaica is easy. Me I say the UK is not easier. It's not old time UK, this 1960, 1980. It's not even the old time UK when me just come here. After the COVID, things get really hard. Everything gone up, sky high. What I mean sky high, everything up. So that's the reason why I'm not going back home. And nothing isn't easier in the UK. Me I tell you now. But come on soon, feel yourself. Them say who feels it knows it. You understand me? That's where me I talk from.
When I tell people that I want to move back to Jamaica, the first thing that comes to their mind is, what about the crime? So let me tell you about my experience. I appreciate that my Jamaica is not everybody's Jamaica, but I can only tell you how I feel. And having lived in the UK for 9 years, let me just say this. I have experienced more direct consequences of crime in London than I have ever experienced in my entire life in Kingston, Jamaica. So when I get to England, my car gets broken into in front of my house. And babes, we lived in what they would call an uptown area, and it got broken into, but so sophisticatedly that they don't actually break any windows. It's all done electronically. So you get into the car, you're missing things, and you're almost thinking like, am I going crazy? Because there are no other signs, like physical signs that the car's been broken into. And then you realize actually your little money that you were hiding into the like flap of the mirror is gone. Anything that you had in the glove compartment is gone. And then you're like, oh damn, someone has actually robbed me. The other time, just after COVID, my car was parked directly in front of my house and the whole thing was gone. I called my sister, I said, you saw my car outside, right? She goes, of course I did. The car was not there. When I called the police and told them that my car has been stolen, they asked me if I had any video footage or any photos, and I explained no. They said, well, it was a Range Rover, and Range Rovers are being stolen all the time, so they won't bother looking into the case. I needed to contact my insurance company. I'm like, the whole car is gone and nobody's going to look into it? And then at my restaurant, I had a restaurant in Clapham, again, not the hood. I had a restaurant in Clapham, and a man threw a brick through the glass door, then climbed in to the restaurant through the door and basically stole alcohol and the till and whatever, so robbed me. Then when I looked into putting shutters on the window, because it was like floor to ceiling windows, I was told that it is a conservation area, so the council will not give me planning permission to put a shutter on the front of my restaurant. So I can't protect myself from being robbed again, but at the same time nobody is doing anything to protect me from being robbed, and I'm trying to run a business. In Brixton, I used to have a restaurant. I had it there for 9 years. Post-COVID, the rates of like crackheads and just vandalism just started to go through the roof. And before COVID, there was a little bit of code of conduct, right? Like you had 5 regular crackheads. They'd come and check me at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd give you a little food, but you would never come into the business whilst we were open, whilst we had paying customers. It was just understood that there was like some sort of respect. Post-COVID, the new crackheads, babes, they never respect anything. They would come into the restaurant whilst I'm open. You're sipping on a 14-pound cocktail and literally somebody is stealing your bag in that moment. And I'm like, this is getting madness. Again in Brixton, which is supposedly gentrified, someone gets stabbed at 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, you're not even waiting for nighttime? And for me, this was a bit weird. I opened a bar on Cold Harbour Lane. The day I was opening the bar, the roads were blocked off by police because there had been a fatal stabbing. So my point is that I have not ever had to have those concerns living here in Kingston, Jamaica. No, I am not saying that there is not an issue of crime. What I'm saying is that most times in the uptown areas, it is targeted crime. It is not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Today I was walking downtown and many people are like, oh no, you can't go downtown. I was going downtown, I was taking pictures, I was taking videos, it was fine. Somebody told me that the rate of crime against tourists or expats is something like 0.001%, something like that, 0.01, 0.001, you get the gist. It is very little. So when you guys are telling me about crime, there is nowhere that I'm going in Jamaica that I ever feel like my car is actually going to get stolen. And the other thing is that I genuinely believe that if something happened to me in Jamaica, there would be some repercussions. Whereas in London, I felt like it was so much about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, because you have like £1 million houses here and then you have like a volatile estate there, which was very strange to me. And I just, maybe again, because I feel like a foreigner in London, it just never felt comfortable. I've seen somebody on the train and this man was being super aggressive to him. The guy wasn't even responding, and the man smashed his head into the glass and his head just started bleeding, and nobody flinched. Nobody said anything. I have confidence that if something happened to me here in Kingston, that somebody somewhere would take up after me. And these are just the things that I just wanted to share. Now, please remember, I am not saying that there is not a crime issue. I am not saying that there aren't things that we need to deal with as a country. What I am saying to you is that this idea that in Kingston we're like dodging gunshots all the time, or we're walking around fearing for our lives, clutching our handbags, is just simply not true. And that is my lived reality. I appreciate you guys might have a different story. So no, when I think about moving back to Jamaica, crime is not anywhere near on my radar as a concern.
You know, so within the Jamaican diaspora, those of us that live in the United Kingdom really do have it worse. You know, just check the travel time and the time difference for one. 10 hours in the air in one tube above the Atlantic Ocean before you touch down. And when you touch down, you're transported 6 hours back in time. So you leave yesterday, arrive tomorrow, but you're really still in it today. But if you're in a New York, you know, if you're part of the New York diaspora, if you're part of the Miami diaspora, if you're part of the Toronto diaspora, I want 3 hours in upon the plane, you know, I want 45 minutes in upon the plane, you know, and there's absolutely no time difference. And if there's a time difference, it must be about 1 hour or so. And we have what? 3 planes a week, you know. A week leaves London to come to Kingston. You hear me say 3 a week, not 3 a day. Yeah, not 3 every 2 days or whatever case may be. 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We all know that the service they will leave London, come to Kingston, my love. And if you want to fly up on the weekend, it not exist. And if you don't have US visa, you cannot do the transit. So if somebody dead, you have to travel on that the service there to Kingston, Jamaica. And let me tell you something about that the service that it's expensive. You cannot get no little $300 ticket to America, you know, like what them have. You have to spend all £800-900 for ticket, and that is on the cheaper end. I want you to trust and believe that there are people right now that have purchased their ticket for summer this year, and they know that they have paid 4 figures for an economy seat. You hear me say an economy seat? Me I thought 3 seat, 4 seat, 3 seat, because the plane them big, you know. So them pack way up in the plane like sardine. We're not getting a leg room, we're not getting a baggage, and if you want little 2 pieces of baggage, if you have to spend more money and all of that sort of something there just to reach back of your yard. So if you're a mother with 3 picnic, Lord of mercy, thousands and thousands of pounds, that's enough for just come back to your country. So just retaining and maintaining your connection with the island can be so difficult just for that simple fact. Because if you're there in America, you know, and you miss the 6 o'clock, you just get the 7 o'clock. You know how much flight leave New York, come to Jamaica, come on, wait name there. Kingston. Yes, I know some of you can say you can fly to Montego Bay and all of these things. Yes, you can fly to Montego Bay, Palm Virgin, where I have a couple plane where I go there. But still the frequency and the amount is not enough. And then when you're in Jamaica, you have to be dealing with this whole blasted thing with them people where they just believe, say, everybody that travels has moved to America. And they start talking to you about US dollars and all of them sort of something that I have this habit of saying to them, I'm so sorry, but I'm from England and I don't bank in US dollars. I actually bank in a stronger currency. Pound sterling. Can me remember the days when we go to America, you know, me take £500 and the people then give me 1,000 US dollars. Oh, I bank in a stronger currency. But you're constantly in a this or something where you're battling with the people them about US dollars. You're battling with the people them about the flight. You're battling with the people them about time difference. And when you reach Jamaica, my love, when you're flying from England, my love, me say, you're tired. The breed of tiredness will come down by you, you know, man. Because going to Jamaica and a sort of simple something, you know, and like one little tree of a plane ride, because you come from New York as you reach it in at the same time zone, so you probably just have one little grip. No, when you're traveling from the United Kingdom, you have to have a whole heap of things in your back, because that is a serious trip we are go on. And when you land, hey, no matter how you're excited, you're delirious because you're not asleep, you're tired, you feel away, all of them sort of something. And it takes a good couple of days, you know, before you start to reach back into that in the system. It's not normal. May I tell you, all of the people that will live in England, we know the Caribbean, you know, the Caribbean routine of it all, knows the pressures, understands the pressures. That's why last year, you know, when we did get the little opportunity to fly on Norse Airlines, the whole of the Jamaican community in a lot of excited, my love. Everybody get joke when them pull back them airfares and say them now fly here this year again, so we get the same fucking thing. I believe there needs to be more competition, there needs to be more frequency. Because the plane them will come to Jamaica, pack up, and we need more planes to come down Boya, yeah, man, to bring down the prices then, and to just allow for people's journeys and situations to be a bit more. Because the people that the boy them in England and the girl them in England, and know which part them come from, because they can't come down here because it's too expensive for fly. So come on, man, just help us out. Lord of mercy, help us out. And the reason why I talk about it, is because today I sat there and I fly Monday, and I feel like today are the first day where I start to really come back into myself, because so I feel mash up all week and tired every day from the fly where I fly come in here. Jesus Christ. My goodness, may I tell you, the Jamaican diaspora members in the United Kingdom, we have it the worst. And I think like we need to stand up and do something about it, man. We need to do a petition or something. God Almighty, because this cannot be on. It cannot be on. God.
Most Jamaicans leave home looking for greener pastures. Some go abroad to study, some to work, some chasing dreams like becoming flight attendants or starting a career abroad. But no matter the path, life abroad is not easy. Even if you get a job, the money disappears fast. Rent, council tax, gas, electricity, groceries, and don't forget taxes on your paycheck. After all that, there is barely anything left to enjoy. People back home sometimes say UK is better than Jamaica. I'm not saying Jamaica is easy, but the UK is not easier. Bills pile up, the cost of living is sky high, and every day feels like a struggle to survive. Let's talk numbers. Imagine your salary. You work hard, but straight away your paycheck is eaten by rent, utilities, and council tax. Maybe you want to have a little fun or send money home. But the reality? Money is gone. Even when you think about buying food, everything costs more than you expect. You can't just trust a shop to be cheap. Prices keep rising. And if you're dreaming about a stress-free life abroad, let me tell you, the money just doesn't stretch the way you think. Even with education or good jobs, interviews are long and exhausting. You might think you are doing well, but trust me, life abroad is hard and you need more than just luck to survive. In one scenario, this person comes out and say, I have received a lot of questions, and what I get asked a lot is about crime. People say Jamaica is dangerous, but let me tell you what, I have experience in the UK. Cars are stolen, businesses broken into, valuables disappearing. In London, my car was stolen right in front of my house. No windows broken. Everything gone electronically. Police often can't help because thefts like this happen all the time. And another one said, at my restaurant in Clapham, someone threw a brick through the door and stole alcohol and the till. I couldn't even put shutters on my windows because the building was in a conservation area. Nobody protected me and I was left to deal with it myself. In Jamaica, crime exists, yes, but most times it's targeted. If something happened to you in Kingston, someone would likely step in. In London, it's random, targeted at wealth, and sometimes you feel completely alone. Back home, even if life isn't perfect, there is community, rivers to swim in, fresh food to cook outdoors, neighbors you know and trust. Abroad, you have none of that. No sunshine, cold weather, bills every day, no shortcuts. Life abroad tests you mentally and physically. You are always dreaming of going back home, but the truth is, you can't always trust anyone there either. Family might take advantage. So you work hard, save little by little, and plan carefully. Jamaica is beautiful, yes. But abroad you learn that paradise at home is worth more than gold when it comes to mental peace. Let's talk travel. If you are in the UK and want to go home, prepare yourself. A 10+ hour flight, time zone differences, long lines at airports. It's exhausting. Tickets are expensive. A simple economy flight can cost up to $800 to $900, sometimes even more. Compare that to the US diaspora. Short flights, minimal time difference, cheaper tickets. People in the UK diaspora face extra challenges, and just to stay connected with home, bring kids, more luggage, more stress. Traveling home becomes a full-on ordeal, not just a simple trip. All of this, the work, the bills, the travel, the crime, takes a mental toll. You arrive home exhausted, delirious from jet lag. It's taken days to recover. Days before you feel normal again. Being away from family and culture adds emotional stress too. You miss Jamaica, the sunshine, the food, the community, but you also face the harsh reality of life abroad. Loneliness, constant hustle, and balancing two worlds. So why don't many Jamaicans just return home? Trust issues, financial challenges, and the struggle to save. Some start businesses back home to prepare. But even then, relatives or friends may take advantage. It's not laziness, it's survival. Jamaica is beautiful, but returning it isn't simple when you need to plan, save, and ensure security. The diaspora works hard to stay connected to their roots, but life abroad teaches patience and resilience. So yes, Jamaica is beautiful, but life in the UK, it's not easy. Bills, crime, trust issues, exhausting travel, and emotional stress. It's a real challenge. For those thinking life abroad is a walk in the park, think again. Respect to everyone hustling abroad, keeping their connection with Jamaica alive while surviving in a tough environment. If you relate to this story, leave a comment below. Share your experience. Let's open the conversation about life abroad and support our fellow Jamaicans in the UK and worldwide. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories about Jamaicans at home and abroad. And remember, life abroad isn't easy, but our spirit, our culture, and our resilience keep us strong. No matter where we are, big up every Jamaican hustling overseas. Respect.